So I would like to begin our session today with gratitude. So I just want you to find an easy seat. Legs can be crisscrossed, they can be extended out in front of you. You can even grab a block or a blanket and place it underneath your bottom to further elevate your spine to lengthen, okay? So whatever feels comfortable for you. And let's just go within. Let's just ground ourselves before we get into the flow of everything. And maybe that is closing your eyes, or you can just soften your gaze and just bring this awareness to your breath. Just notice how you're breathing. Notice how you're feeling. Resting the tongue at the roof of your mouth. Bring your awareness to your shoulders, releasing any tension there. Bringing that awareness between the space on the forehead, right in the middle of the brow. And release any tension that you may be holding there. And then bringing your awareness to the jaw, further releasing any tension that may be there. Keeping the tongue at the roof of the mouth here. Taking a deep inhale in, filling the belly up, and then allow the chest to rise. And once you feel complete, release that air out. Take 4 more breaths just like that, inhaling in through the nose. And exhaling out. As you're focusing on the breath, begin to just think of 2 things that you are grateful for in this moment. Hold that image at the forefront of your mind's eye. See where this gratitude is showing up in your body. Where do you feel it? How does it feel? A few more moments here, basking in this gratitude as we set our intention for our practice today. Whatever that may be for you, why you showed up, what you feel like you need throughout the next few minutes that we have together. Set that intention now. And to seal in this intention, let's take our arms and press our palms away from us, like so, as if we are pressing against solid walls here. And then we're going to open our chest up on the inhale, tilt the head back. And then on the exhale, I just want you to give yourself a big hug. Sealing in that gratitude, that intention, that awareness, and releasing that hug. Let's further open up our hearts by taking some seated cat-cows, pressing the chest forward, tilting the head back on the inhale. And exhale, bring the chest in, chin to chest rather. And let's do 2 more just like that. Be very dramatic with this. Inhale, puffing that chest up. Exhale, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale, puffing the chest up. And exhale, chin to chest. Coming back to center. Let's bring the fingertips to the shoulders. So we're just continuing to awaken our spine here, okay? So the elbows are slightly in the middle. We don't want them all the way up or too low, right? So just bring them a little to the middle, and we're just gonna twist from right to left and left to right. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center, find some stillness. Bring the arms up. Twist open towards the right side. Your right arm is gonna come behind you. Left palm's gonna come to the right knee, and just twist, look over the right shoulder. Breathe. So remembering, as we inhale, we are creating space in the body. And as we exhale, we can go a little deeper into the pose, into the moment. Coming back to center on the inhale, arms up. Twist open towards the left side. Left palm comes behind you. Right arm comes onto the left knee, and twist, look over the left shoulder. Breathing through it, noticing the difference between the sides. Inhale, come back to center, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, reach with the fingertips forward, crawl them as far as they can go, and then drop the head. And a lot of times here, our bottom likes to peel up, right? So making sure that we are keeping our bottom glued to the floor. So tip those fingers, come onto the tips of the fingers, drop the head, keeping the bottom glued to the floor. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the fingertips back toward you. Nice. Let's find tabletop, hands and knees. Pressing firmly into the palm, making sure our alignment is correct. We have our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees. Okay. So from here, tuck the toes under, and I want you to press the floor away from you. Like, I want you to activate your body as if you were doing a full plank pose, okay? So tabletop is a modified plank pose. So activate the body. We don't want to sink into the shoulders. Press, 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 press. Pull the belly button in towards the spine and hover the knees over the mat. Yes, breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, dropping the knees. Let's get into the wrists. Fingertips facing the outer edges of the mat, and just gently rock from right to left and left to right. Don't worry, we will revisit that floating tabletop, okay? Keep it going. And then find some stillness. If it feels good, allow your fingertips to face your knees. All right, so gently shift back and forth, very gently, okay? Huge emphasis on the gently. And then maybe you can take some circle motions if that feels good. Gentle circle motion. And then once you feel complete here, bring the tops of your palm to the mat. And then close those fingertips and open them. You might hear some cracks in the fingers. That's okay. Oxygen is flowing. So keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the palms forward. Bring the knees a little wider than you would in a tabletop. Big toes are touching. Sink the hips back. Let's take a quick child's pose. Getting into the shoulders a little bit more. You can drop the forehead onto the mat, or you can look ahead, have your chin onto the mat, whatever feels comfortable for you. Breathing into it. Knowing that this pose is the resting pose that you can always come to if things get a little too challenging in life itself, and also just in our sequence today. One more breath here. Pressing into the palms, pulling yourself up into cobra. So knees and thighs on the mat, arms straight, look ahead. Tilt the head back, look up towards the ceiling, and then bring your gaze towards your nose. Breathe. Coming back to a neutral position, taking a deep inhale in. Look over the right shoulder. See if you can look back at your right heel. Coming back to center, inhale. Look over the left shoulder. Look back at your left heel. Let's do that again. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Coming back to center, press yourself nice and gently into a tabletop. All right, so I said we were going to revisit that floating tabletop, okay? So, as before, press the floor away from you. Full body activation here. Well, not full body, but almost full body. All right, so you are pressing the floor away from you. All right, so you're spreading your trapezes, this whole upper back area right here, you are spreading that, all right? As if you were to spread your wings like a bird. Tuck those toes under, pull that belly button in towards the spine, activate your core. Press, 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 lift the hips up. We are holding this time for 10, 9, you got this, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send the hips up and back. Let's take our first downward dog of the hour. Nice and easy. Palms are firmly planted. Fingertips are spread wide. Okay, so the heels are pressing down towards the mat. As always, if your heels don't touch the mat, that is fine, okay? We just want the heels to face that direction, okay? Breathing here, let's just walk the dog a little bit, getting into the hamstrings and the calf muscles. Breathing here, bending one knee and then the other. Finding some stillness. Bring the big toes to touch. A little bit of space is left between the heels. Bend the knees, look ahead, and walk your feet up toward your hands, forward fold. Inhale, let's find a flat back, hands to shins, look ahead. Exhale, fold. Go a little deeper into the fold. Take your peace fingers, all right? Throw up the peace sign. Wrap them around your big toes if possible. If not, if you can't reach your big toes, you're gonna grab opposite elbows here. All right, if you're grabbing your big toes, pressing the thumb in towards the peace fingers, pulling yourself in towards the midline. Elbows are just out, okay? They are coming out in kind of, I guess you can say a 90-degree angle or so. Breathing here, feeling the head, the heart, that blood flowing here. We're always standing up straight. So your body actually wants to be inverted. So that circulation and that oxygen can just flow and you have that balance. Keep breathing here. 2 more breaths. Releasing the hold. If you have it, let's find a flat back once more. Hands to shins, look ahead. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, downward dog. Nice. Take a moment here, 5 breaths in downward dog. Big toes touching, little space between the heels. Bend the knees, look ahead, step the left foot forward. Nice. Drop that right knee, rise up. Low lunge. Palms glued at the top, gazing at the thumbs. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Twist open towards the left side, arms open wide. Like we're pressing, pressing, pressing. So palms are facing up as if we are pressing against a wall here. Breathe. You should feel that stretch into the neck and the shoulders. Keep breathing here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Left palm behind you comes down, right arm comes up. Further stretching that right side of the body. Keep it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Windmill those arms down, frame the foot. Now we're going to tip the fingertips here and just gently shift back and forth into the hips and into the leg. Keep it going. Perfect. Find some stillness. Plant the palms. Right toes are tucked under if they're not already. Lift that knee up and come onto the tips of the fingers once more. And we're going to rise all the way up to our full crescent lunge expression. Palms glued at the top, gazing at the thumbs. Breathe. Our breath is what's going to get us through this entire sequence. And our breath is what gets us in through life itself, okay? So let's just keep our awareness there and finding gratitude in each inhale and in each exhale. 2 more breaths. Palms come down to heart center. Twist open towards the left side, pressing the palms away from you. Palms facing up, like you are pushing against a solid foundation here. Keep it going and breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Left palm comes down behind you, right arm comes up. Keep it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back to center for our crescent lunge. And you're going to pivot down the right foot and we're going to find warrior 2. Breathe through it. So palms aren't facing up as we did earlier. They're going to be facing forward like we're surfing on the ocean. Keep it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten that front leg. Hinge forward. Reach, reach, reach through those fingertips. Come on down. Triangle pose. Gazing at the right thumb. Bend into that left knee. Press the left palm down. So the left palm is going to be on the inside of the left foot. I want you to press the left leg into the left arm. Further gazing up at the right thumb. Breathe it here. Now come onto the tips of the left fingers. Rise up, warrior 2 once more. Nice. Windmill the arms down, frame the foot. Plant the palms, step back the left foot, downward dog. Listen to your body. If you need a child's pose, take that child's pose. If you need to walk your dog, because we built up so much tension in that left leg, do that. Being aware of what your body needs and what it wants in the moment. The body is so, so intelligent. It knows what it needs. It knows what it wants. It knows what it wants to release and bring in. Take 2 more breaths here in downward dog. Big toes touching here, a little space between the heels. Bend the knees, look ahead, step the right foot forward this time. Drop that left knee. Let's rise up. Modified crescent lunge, gazing at the thumb. On the exhale, palms come to heart center. Twisting towards the right side this time. Arms out into a T. Palms facing up like we're pressing against a solid surface. You should feel that stretch in this area right here. Neck, shoulder, keep it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right arm comes behind you, left arm up. Stretching further into that left side. Keep that focus on the breath. Coming back up, windmill those arms down. Tent the fingertips, so come onto the tips of the fingers, and we're just going to gently shift the hips back and forth. Just opening up that root, sacral chakra area. Keep it here for a few more moments. Finding some stillness, plant the palms, tuck those left toes under if they're not already, lift that knee up. When you're ready, press into that right big toe, come onto the tips of the fingers, rise up, full crescent lunge expression, palms glued, gazing at the thumbs. Three more breaths. Palms coming down on the exhale. Twist towards the right side again. Open those palms. Open the arms rather. Palms facing up, like we're pressing against a solid surface. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right arm comes behind you. Reach with the left palm overhead. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, arms up. Pivot down the left arm, bend into that right knee, find your warrior 2. So the trick here in all of these poses is to make sure that you are pressing into the big toe of the feet, okay? The big toe is what's gonna keep us steady, keep us firm, keep us grounded, all right? When you press into that big toe, your other toes follow lead. That's why we call it the big toe, because it's the leader, all right? Straighten that front leg. Hinge forward from the hips, reach through the fingertips, come on down, triangle pose. Gazing up towards the left thumb. Bend into that right knee. Plant the right palm right inside of that foot here. Left arm is still up. Pressing the right leg into the arm here. Press, 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 activation. Keep it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tent those right fingertips, come on up, warrior 2. Windmill the arms down, frame the foot, step it back, downward dog. Now we're gonna take our first chaturanga of the hour, okay? So shift your weight forward, find plank pose. You can come to a modified plank pose, which is tabletop. Either way, you're gonna bend the elbows down halfway. Inhale, come on up for upward dog, chest forward, and send it back, downward dog. Perfect. Big toes touching once you find downward dog. Keeping a little space between the heels. Bend the knees, look ahead, walk your feet forward. Finding forward fold. This time in forward fold, we are going to slide the palms under the feet. If you can't do that, if you can't reach, that's okay. You're just gonna grab elbows, opposite elbows. You get the same exact activation in the body, okay? So if you can slide your palms underneath your feet, you don't want your toes to come all the way to the wrist. So bring the toes about mid palm. And as you are in this forward fold, pressing the palms against the toes, so lifting them up, but also pressing the toes against the palms and dropping the head, opening up the elbows here. Keep a gentle bend in the knees. So we never want to lock our knees out, okay? So breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing and find that flat back, hands to shins, look ahead. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, come on up. Let's find chair pose. Palms glued at the top, looking at the thumbs. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge forward, fold. Find a flat back on the inhale, look ahead. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, rise up once more, chair pose, palms glued at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look ahead. Exhale, fold. Perfect. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step the right foot back, but not too far back. I want you to come into like a pyramid stance here, okay? So maybe about 1.5 feet back or so. And then we're gonna rise up to standing. So we're in this pyramid stance, okay? Now from here, I want you to grab your elbows. And as we learned earlier that our big toe is the big toe for a reason, all right? So we are going to press into the big toe of the left foot and the right foot to keep us firmly grounded here. Taking a deep inhale in. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, keeping the gaze forward as you drop the head. And we're staying here, pyramid pose for 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press into the big toe, bring yourself up nice and steady. That is that core strength, OMG. All right, let's try that one more time. Keeping a hold of the elbows, taking a deep inhale in. On the exhale, looking ahead, gazing forward until you can come all the way down. You can switch that gaze to your toes. Engaging the core, pressing into the big toe. Nice. Keep it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press into the big toe further, rise up nice and steady. Good job, y'all. Good job. Release the elbows, arms up. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Come on down. Let's find our runner's lunge. Nice. Step it back, downward dog. All right, let's get some flowing going. Ooh, I like that, flowing going. All right, press into the fingertips, shift forward, find that plank pose. Modified plank if you need, lower down halfway. Inhale, find your upward dog or cobra. And exhale, send it back. Let's take a moment in downward dog here for 5 breaths. If you want some power, stay in downward dog. If you feel like you need a child's pose, feel free to take that. Either way, we are being aware of each inhale and exhale. Big toes touching. If you're in child's pose, come on out, find your downward dog. Big toes touching in our downward dog, little space between the heels. Bend the knees. Look ahead. This time you have the option. You can walk or jump toward your hands. Forward, forward. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Perfect. Now, from here, you're going to step back the left foot. So we're doing our triangle pose on the opposite side. So of course, we don't want to step it back too far, probably a foot and a half, not even a full half, honestly, but just comfortable enough as you would see a pyramid or a triangle, right? So we're going to rise up nice and steady, press into that big toe. This is the side I personally need to work on more. This is not my strongest side. All right, so however you grabbed the elbows the last time, I want you to grab it the opposite way. All right. Let's ground ourselves here. Find that big toe. Taking a deep inhale in. Exhale, hinge forward, bend from the hips, gazing ahead, and then coming down. Press, press, press into that big toe. Breathe. If you're shaking, that's okay. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, press, press into the big toe. Come on up. Nice. All right, we got one more on this side. Find your grounding in those big toes. Allow those other toes to follow the leader. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, hinge forward. Keep breathing. Wherever you stop, that is great. Press, press, press into the big toe. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing into the big toe further, rising up nice and steady. Perfect, perfect. Release those elbows, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, bend into the right knee. Find your runner's lunge. Perfect. Step it back, downward dog. Press into the fingertips, shift forward. Let's do a chaturanga. Drop those knees if you need. Bend the elbows down halfway. Inhale, come on up. Upward dog or cobra. And send it back. Downward dog. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's take a moment here for 5 breaths to just breathe in this strong downward dog here. Perfect. Drop the knees. Let's find tabletop. And now from here, what we're going to do is extend the right leg behind us, pressing the floor away from you. So we never want to sink into the shoulders. Press, press, press. Spread those wings. I like to think of it as spreading our wings, okay? Even though sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable or challenging, right? So press, 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 and then lift that right leg up. Toes pointing down towards the mat, all right? Bend the knee, and then open the knee up as if you are a dog peeing on a fire hydrant or something, all right? And then see if you can tap your elbow and then send it back. Woo, let's do that again. Bend the knee, bring it over wide, tap, and send it back. Nice. Let's do 5 more. 4. 3. You got this. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Bring the leg behind you and then bend that knee. Now let's take some cat-cows to release any tension we built up in the glutes and the abs. So drop the belly, poke the tailbone up towards the ceiling, chest forward. Exhale, chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale, Drop the belly. Exhale, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, chin to chest. Come back to center. Left leg extends behind you. Bring it to a hover. Bend the knee. Open up that hip wide. 90-degree angle. Tap that elbow and send it back. Yes. Bend and open. Tap that elbow. Send it back. Nice. Let's do 5 more. Nice and steady. 4. Keep that awareness on the breath. 3. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Bend that knee, drop it down for your tabletop. Let's reset with some cat-cows. Drop that belly, tailbone up towards the ceiling, chest forward. Exhale, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, hollow that back out, chin to chest. Coming back to center. Press into the left palm. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, thread it through, but I don't want you to relax or release the shoulder onto the mat. I want you to keep pressing into that left arm and lifting up. So we are being active here, okay? So thread it through, but come right back up. All right, let's do 3 more. Thread it and up. 2 more, thread and up. Last one, thread it through and up. Come on up and bring that palm down. Nice. Press into the right palm. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Stay active. Do not release or relax. Come back up. Let's do 4 more. Thread it through. Connect the breath with the body. Inhale up. Exhale, thread through. Keep it going. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Bring that left palm down. Nice. Let's bring the knees wide. Let's take a child's pose because we deserve it. Extend the arms in front. Bring that forehead to the mat. Noticing how you're feeling now versus the very beginning of our practice today. Being present in this moment. Being present in your body. Being aware of the breath. This life force. In yoga, we call it pranayama. And just bringing up that image or those images at the very beginning when we were setting our intention. What you were grateful for. Bring that back up in this moment. Holding on to this expression of gratitude, this feeling of gratitude. Allowing this energy to just emit throughout every cell in your body. Holding on to this gratitude. Begin to press your fingertips into the mat, pulling yourself up into Sphinx pose. We're going to keep the forearms onto the mat. Legs are going to extend behind us. Pressing into the elbows, chest forward, breathe. Pressing into the palms, extending the arms, so coming off of the forearms here. Taking a deep inhale in, opening the chest, looking up towards the ceiling, gazing at the nose. Exhale, come all the way down to the belly. Palms next to the chest, tuck the toes under, pressing yourself up into tabletop, and then shifting the legs to the side, however you want to do it, and extend those legs in front. All right. So we did a lot of forward folding today in different ways. We did it in our pyramid stance. We did a regular forward fold as we normally do. And also triangle pose is another variation of that. So we're going to get into our seated forward folds. So bending those knees, bringing the arms up. On the exhale, hinge forward, find that belly thigh connection. Grab the edges of the feet. Drop the head. And then if it feels comfortable, maybe you can try to straighten the legs on the exhale to go a little deeper into this pose. So our seated forward folds help us in our standing forward folds. It's all connected. A few more moments here. Inhale, rise up nice and steady, straighten those legs. Let's begin to come to our back. The knees are bent, soles of the feet are onto the mat. Let's open up the knees wide, soles of the feet come to touch. Take a moment here, placing your right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly. Taking this moment of self-care, this moment of awareness. Every moment that you are aware of your body and your breath is a moment of self-care. Self-care doesn't have to be this huge, luxurious idea or concept or image. It can be as simple as taking intentional breaths. Self-care can also look like being in nature. Imagine yourself doing something that you love the most. Whatever that looks like for you, bring that picture into your mind's eye. Seeing the joy on your face or feeling the joy in your body. And just hold on to that. Knowing that that is available to you in each moment. It doesn't have to look that way. It can be very, very simple. Let's begin to extend the legs out further to find our final resting pose of our session today. You can keep the palms where they are, or you may bring them to the side, facing up or down, whichever feels comfortable. And just further deepening into this moment of self-care. This moment of self-love. deepening on each inhale into the moment, deepening on each exhale into the moment. Knowing that you are worthy and deserving of all good things. Begin to just bring that awareness into the body a little bit more. Wiggling the fingers, the toes, maybe even reaching overhead and taking a nice stretch. And when you're ready, bend those knees, bring them in toward you, wrapping your arms around yourself. And then rolling over to a side of your choice, taking a few moments here to rest in a fetal position. Then planting a palm, pulling yourself up or pushing yourself up into an easy seat just as we begin. Opening the arms wide, pressing the palms against our imaginary solid foundation. Opening our hearts to more self-love, self-care, tilting the head back. Exhale, wrap those arms around yourself. Let's do that one more time as a community, opening ourselves up to all things that are going to help us raise our vibration. And then on the exhale, giving ourselves that hug and harnessing that great loving energy. Releasing that hug, bringing hands to heart center, pressing the thumbs in towards the sternum. Just take a moment here. Maybe close the eyes, soften the gaze. Bringing the tongue at the roof of the mouth. And I invite you to just curl the edges of your mouth up into a nice smile here. Keeping this smile, this smirk. And as a community, let's just take a deep inhale in through our nose, exhaling out with a sigh through the mouth. Whenever you're ready, deep belly breath in. And release it out. Bringing the thumbs onto the forehead, right between the brow. The divine light in me honors and sees the divine light in you. I honor the light, the darkness, the love, the truth, the beauty within you because it is also within me. In sharing these things, we are united. We are the same. We are one. I thank you and namaste.